In the dark depths of the ocean, hidden in an unknown sea, any fish that enters the sea area will drown inexplicably and remains fresh decades after drowning. In order to uncover this mysterious sea, scientists can unravel this mysterious sea. They stretched out to the bottom of the sea 6,000 meters away, ready to explore the past. The result was discovered after some investigation. The reason for the formation of this sea within a sea is very strange. The reason for its formation turned out to be that the Earth farted. In the Gulf of Mexico in southeastern North America, large numbers of coral reefs died. Finally, it accumulated on the seabed, formed these caves. At first, these coral reefs accumulated here and had no impact. Over time, these reefs began to grow, slowly decays and produces methylamine gas. As these methane gases are ejected, it also brought out a lot of extremely salty liquids. This is salt supplement. The density of salt supplement is seawater. As more and more liquid erupts, the brine on the seabed is constantly accumulating. After a long period of accumulation, a high salinity brine pond with a depth of 15 meters was formed on the seabed. It stands to reason that such a dangerous salt brine pond, it will make other creatures avoid such a dangerous salt brine pond. But on the contrary, there are actually a large number of creatures living here. Giant mussels can live to be over 100 years old here. Small shrimps and armored shrimps are also permanent residents here. If other creatures don't understand the situation here, got here by mistake, then a high salinity pool will cause them to suffer a moderate shock, paralysis, death, because the salt content of the salt brine pool is extremely high. The bodies of these creatures were found decades after their death, all kept fresh. This led to many scavengers venturing here in search of food. The gill eel is one of them. Tong salmon has stronger adaptability than other creatures. It can freely shuttle in the depths of salt brine ponds in search of food. But this behavior cannot last long. Once you take in too much salt, gill eels can also suffer symptoms such as toxic shock. Fortunately, the gill eels did not consume too much. It just needs to get rid of the brine and float to the top. You can adapt to it. Other creatures in the ocean world are not so lucky. There are a lot of weird foods like this. For example, this whale carcass that just floated down from the sea is in front of us. Next, he will show us what it means to have everything come to life in one whale. One whale falls and all things are born. 25 minutes after the whale carcass fell, the first diners arrived with their keen sense of smell. This is a gray 6-gill shark. I haven't eaten in half a year. That's the first thing I did when I came here. He couldn't help but start feasting. Whale blood spreads across the ocean floor. For him, this is a bad sign, because it won't take long before other creatures will use it. Soon word spread that there was food at the bottom of the sea. 2 more gray 6-gill sharks came over. In just 12 hours, 7 gray 6-gill sharks gathered at the scene. However, these 7 gray 6-gill sharks did not enjoy the food immediately, but pushing each other, a fight for food began. This battle continues after reincarnation. There is no winner or loser. In the end, they chose to enjoy this hard-won super meal together in peace. 24 hours later, the first diners to arrive here have already eaten and drank enough. This full meal alone can make them. No more food is required for the next year. After the 6-gill shark left, the second group of diners arrived at the scene. This is the spider crab, the launch card above its head. It's his disguise to protect himself. In fact, he was one of the first diners to discover a whale carcass. Because he walked too slowly, he arrived late. This is the Huangdao crab. It is the same as the spider crab. It's all because of my poor legs and feet that I came late. A month later, more than 30 kinds of scavenging creatures began to clean up the battlefield. The hairtail fish is a natural enemy of scavengers. They are accustomed to walking upright. Start targeting scavengers one by one. The whale's carcass also provided them with a feast. 4 months later, the huge sperm whale carcass has been broken into pieces. The teeth were scattered around, and only one was left in the body. A pile of bones, however, even if there is only a pile of bones left, He also still supports some living creatures. These are bone-eating insects, and they rest on bones. Drill holes in the bones to access the branched substances. Although this material is pitifully small, it is also very pitiful. It can also provide them with homes and reproduce their offspring. Over the next few decades, sperm whale carcasses will eventually turn into powder. Like an oasis in the desert burning itself. Nourishes all things.